Bubble Skutu. We're here to teach you how to make 6-piece skirts. You know, 6-piece varies depending on how full you want it to be. But in this case, we'll be trying to explain to you for you to know how to actually make it look like that real mermaid you see on runways. So I'll be using this paper as a little illustration before I go into my fabric properly to just explain but stress more on how you can go about it. So what I want to do is this. I will let you know the basic measurements needed, which are your waist, your hip, and your half length. And people make a lot of mistake knowing where their real half lengths are. Your real half length is 3 inches above your knee because that's where you have the real curve of your body. That's where the curve starts going in and it flows down. So now, for example, I'm using this piece of paper to just show you. For you to know what you're going to throw, meaning you have already determined in your mind how full you want the down part of your skirt to be. So for me, I'll use this paper and I'm assuming that from this edge of this paper is maybe say 13 because that's how I want it to be. Meaning 13 is into 2. Okay? But by the time you open 13, it will be 23. Yes. So now this is what it goes, how it goes. If this is 13, you're going to take your length. So if this is your length of your skirts, okay, your hip line and your half length, like I told you, 3 inches above your knee. So you are going to divide all those measurements by 12. But this knee part is derived from your hip. You're going to minus 4, 5 or 6 depending on the shape of this individual. If this individual is hippie, I mean curvy, you need to take more from the hip, like between 5 to 6, so you'll be able to contour the half length to bring out the perfect shape of this person. So you're just going to, with maybe the hip is 46 and you're going to minus 5 from it because this person is very curvy, to contour this down part to bring out the shape. Okay, anything you have from here, which is going to be 41 now, that's what you're going to divide by 12. So that's how you get your half length. So let's just go straight to our fabric for the day. So now this is our fabric. The first thing you want to do after you've determined how full you want it and you've thrown it as desired, you're going to confirm your measurements. For what I want to work it is 12.5. I have exactly 12.5 this way on the edge of my fabric. The next thing I want to do, because I'm using it to cut on a lace, I'm not going to add any sewing allowance because the scallop on the lace allowance is going to be my own allowance. I'll add length to it when I'm placing it on the fabric, which is the lace. So here the length is 41, but I'm actually 42, but I'm actually cutting with 41 so that it's not too flowy. I'm marking it like so. This is the beginning of my skirt, which is the edge of it. The next thing, you want to determine your hip length. So because we're going to use ½ inch to sew this way, I'm going to use 8.5 for this particular individual. You can use 9, is okay. Okay, so the next thing we want to get is our half length, and for this particular person our half length is 16.5. She's not too tall. I actually took it from this individual, like I said earlier. So I've gone ahead to divide all my measurements by 12, which is my waist is 34, and when I divide 34 by 12, it gave me 2.8. So I'm just going to come here, right here, I'll mark my 2.8, and I'm adding just ½ inch for my seam allowance. I do likewise on the hip part. I've divided 39.5 by 12 and it gave me 3.2, which is here. You come slightly away from 3.25, slightly away from it, and that's where you get your 3.2, and you're going to mark your ½ inch for allowance. Now people will be like, why are you dividing yours by 12? It's because if you see, my fabric is on fold. So this is one part and this is the second part, and it's a 6-piece, meaning 3 panel for the front panel. When you count them one after the other unfold, there are 6 pieces in front, but when you close them, there are 3 pieces. So that's why I'm actually cutting by 12, and it works perfectly well for me. So on this down part, 39.5, I minused 4 inch from it, and it gave me 2.9. So I'm going to come over here like so, and I'm marking 2.9 with half an inch, 0.25 on this knee part, 0.25, and I'm coming with my chalk, straight hand, and I'm connecting them like so. You see the way this side is coming? You don't just take it straight, you see? It slopes down, it slopes with a little slanty curve this way. Are you seeing it? So the next thing I want to do, if you don't have a straight ruler, you can make do of this ruler. I'm going to use it because my ruler is far from me, and I've started filming already. So I'll just place it like this, and I'll give it with a dotted lines like so. Then I'll make the lines even. Are you seeing what I'm doing? So this is practically my 6 piece. So on this down part, you can come with 1 inch, you can use 1.5, but for me I'm coming with 1.5 like so, and I'm going to just take it into the fabric like so. If you see, a 6 piece is already out for us to just cut, you see. So I'm going to just come over and I'm going to cut it out, then we're going to see. So now this is the one we told you we are going to cut out. So we've done the cutting already. I'm sorry I didn't really show you. There's one thing to mark and there's another to cut it right. I'm sorry about that. I'll be showing you through the back, and you can get these edges correctly, please. So now we've cut out this. So this is what you're going to do. With this 1 piece, you're going to cut 5 pieces. 3 for the front, 2 for the side back. Okay, so now I'm just cutting just this one, and off camera I'm going to cut my 5 piece because I'm actually making this for a client. So I want to cut the back part, so I'll keep this aside because I'm still going to use it to replace the cut. So now on the back part, you can decide to say you want to add tail on it, or you just want to make it normal pieces, but for the purpose of this video is just 6 pieces skirt. So I want to take my time and arrange this properly to get the direct throwing I want for what I want to do. If you notice, this fabric is well ironed, so you don't have any wrinkles on the body of your satin fabric. Is a doll face I'm actually using. I'll use this just as an aid to stop the fabric from moving. So now I have my fabric already folded. I'm going to come in with this 1 piece that I cut earlier, and I'm going to replace it on the fabric depending on what you want, but we'll be showing on our subsequent videos on how you can add tail on your 6 piece. So for this is what it is. So what I'm going to do next is to come where I have my hip length like so. Have you seen it? I brought out this line because I want to add butt to it. So on this part, I'm going to add just 1 inch like so. On the zipper part, I'm going to come in with half an inch like so, and I'm connecting it like so. Are you seeing me? And people will be like, why is she using free hand all the way? Yes. So now this is 1 inch because I've taken the person's butt crack. That will be another course for another day, how to take your butt crack. So this person's butt crack is 4 inch. It's 4 inch. So from this point, you can see what I want to do. I'll just go. I won't take it sharp. I'm curving it. Are you seeing it? And I'm slightly going into it. So I'll make this into a line like so, because I want to contour this part to give it like a lifter on the butt part, sorry. So that's why I came in with this straight line. It's like a guide for me. So I'm going to flip this up, and I'll come in with my tape measurements and I'm coming into this part with 0.25 like so, 0.25 like so. So from here I'll just, you see the way I've connected it like so, and I'll take it into the line. Okay, so I know some people will be like, will this one not reduce the measurements? What I've taken here, I'm going to bring it here. So I'm marking the same 0.25 this way. Don't forget, we have all our allowances on our fabric already. So I brought it out this way. What is left for me, I want to just give it a little shaping this way. A little. So I'll connect it with the length of what we have. I told you we are not adding anything like tail. We'll be teaching you how to do your cut together tail. So I'll just go about it like so. Have you seen it? And this is it. So let me just show you, since I didn't show us how to get these edges so they come out correctly on your fabric. I'll cut it like so. At this point, I want to like keep it sharp. Are you seeing it? I'll take my scissors this way. You see the way I'm cutting it? So it gives me that edge sharp look that gives you the flow that you want. You can decide to bring out your hand off, the way I'm bringing mine off this way now. And I'll come this way and I'm going to cut it. So for the back, you just need this particular piece you're cutting and you're done. So I want to just cut it for us to see. You want to be very careful while you are at this. So on this butt part is not too sharp or too curvy at the same time, so you don't have bulky stuffs on your butt. You get me? Take your time. And if you're a new subscriber to this channel, why not introduce us to more of your friends? You can see, wow, this is beautiful. So this part, you're cutting just this piece, which is 2. I would want you to notch the allowance you have for your zipper like so. You notch it like so. It gives you an edge while you're on the machine, while you're sewing. So for this back, you're just cutting this one piece for the middle part of the skirt. This one, I told us 3 is for the front, 2 for the back to complete this 3. Okay, so you're cutting 5 pieces of the first one we cut. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, like and share. God bless you. Ciao, ciao.